Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. In the name of Almighty Allah, the entirely merciful and especially merciful. Dear viewers across the globe, I greet you with the greeting of peace. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuhu. May peace be with you, all of you. Welcome to this episode under the title of Fasting. Fasting Ramadan is a road to paradise. As we all the time focus on this concept of paradise, this issue of paradise, this target and this goal and this hope for every believer everywhere in the world, they have this common goal, is to go to paradise. Everybody becomes so happy to hear about paradise. Therefore, we ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among the dwellers of paradise. Ameen, ameen. Dear viewer, in the previous episode I mentioned about the preparation for Ramadan. It requires some mental and psychological preparation because it's a long journey. It's an entire month. Yes, it is so simple in comparison with the entire year, yet it requires a person who is very skillful, very smart, prepares himself long before that. You don't want to wait until Ramadan comes and then you get ready. It's rather very important to prepare yourself psychologically and mentally that you are going to fast. You're waiting for something very unique. It may not happen again to me or to you or to anybody else. You may witness it once in your lifetime and that's it. And it's a very golden opportunity to catch it. Particularly in this month, we have a group of a combination of ibadat coming together in one period, 1 month. So it's so intensive. That's why if you observe the behavior of Muslims, you find big change in the behavior of Muslims from negative to positive, from positive to more positive, from positive to excellent in the month of Ramadan. After the first few days passed, you will find that the Muslims are getting much, much, much better. By the naked eye, you observe this. You see your children are improving. You see your spouse is improving. You see everyone around you is improving. And by the way, you will find that the fundraisers usually do their fundraising in Ramadan because Muslims are psychologically prepared to spend more and more and more, to make more sacrifice and to make more effort to access paradise. They know what is there. They know what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala promised them, that the doors of hellfire will be closed. So they would take the opportunity to do as much as they can so that they can have an opportunity to access paradise. All of us have this. And if you don't, you prepare yourself. And one of the ways to prepare ourselves is to have a family discussions. What are we planning for the month of Ramadan today? Unfortunately, some people were raised to prepare for Ramadan only focusing on food. Wow. This is not the focus at all. If you're doing that, you're not doing the right thing. You should sit with your families. What are your plans for this year? What are you going to do for this year? Some people would say, I am willing, for example, and the parents should guide their children. I am willing, inshallah, I will cover every 3 days the entire Quran. I will read the entire Quran in 3 days and nights, if you have the time, of course. Some others would say, in fact, in this Ramadan, I will prove to myself that I can do better. Even I will perfect my daily work in my daily job. I will perfect it more than I do it in average days. To prove that in Ramadan we are producing more, much more than other humans. And to prove to the whole world that the month of Ramadan is a month of production, because it's a month of perfection, that we perfect our work. Other people or other families would say that I would focus on the fasting not only in Ramadan. After Ramadan, I will fast the 6 days in Shawwal to extend the reward of fasting more and more. Some others would say that I will do more prayers than I usually do in average day. I usually do, let's say that 20 rak'ahs of sunan, but I will do more in Ramadan. And you have the opportunity, we have Salat al-Taraweeh. You can do it. And the best thing is that you do it, but not at the expense of the fara'id. So be sure that you do the fara'id. Very importantly to do them first. And then secondly, you focus on the sunan. You will increase the number of sunan. Say that I will, for example, allocate a high percentage of my zakat money to spend it in Ramadan because I get more rewards. Some others would say that I will, every day I will invite people, or I will spend money to feed people, not just in my country, but anywhere in the world, because the Muslims are one nation wherever they live. Not just in my street and just in my city, but all over the world. I can do that. And remember that to get ready for yourself, to prepare yourself for the last 10 days of Ramadan, to make i'tikaf, seclusion. I will even take vacation. I have 30 days vacation every year. I will take 10 days of this vacation, of my holidays. I will take them in the month of Ramadan, and particularly in the last 10 days. So this requires planning from now. You apply for your vacation in Ramadan. So let's say that. Why are you doing this? Because you want to get the benefit of i'tikaf, following the sunnah of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. You will make i'tikaf. Some other person would say, okay, in this Ramadan, I have my plans. I wrote my plans that I'm going to make Umrah in Ramadan. Why in particular in Ramadan? There's a lot of people, because they know the reward that is waiting for them. They are smart people. They know that the Umrah in Ramadan gets the reward, triggers for them a reward for Hajj, entire Hajj. It equals Hajj. You take the reward of making Hajj if you do it in Ramadan. So some people are smart. They think very deeply, they plan very deeply. They write everything that they have. They are doing this and this and this. And they write a checklist. And from the first day after they fast, and they pass the first day, they sat with their family members, or at least with each one himself, by himself or herself, and to evaluate what he or what she has done during the first day. Okay, I have done this, I have done this, I have done this. This check, mashallah. Lots of checks. And this should improve in the following days. I have kept myself away from all the haram things, as I mentioned. As much as we keep ourselves from the halal things like the food and the drink, and the halal things that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala allowed us, this in Ramadan. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala asks us to abstain ourselves from doing the halal things like the food. So how about the haram things? I've not made a single lie. I have not looked at anything that's haram. I have not spent any 5 minutes in Ramadan. and you do this, that's doing something bad. In fact, I communicated with people. I visited some poor families. I visited my relatives. I did all these good deeds. Document this. Document this. Not for showing off at all. No. You're doing this to show yourself that you can improve and you can progress throughout the days of Ramadan. It's doable. And many family members, alhamdulillah, they have done this and they proved very good. And remember, there is the most important night in your life, Lailatul Qadr. That's why you spend extra amount of effort in doing all the ibadats in the last 10 days. Why? Because you want to catch Lailatul Qadr. And all of us, what it means to catch Lailatul Qadr. Lailatul Qadr khayrun min alf shahr. It's better than doing a perfect ibadah in alf shahr, in 1,000 months. Try to imagine. One night, if you hit it and you do it right, which requires from you to be very careful doing the good ibadat in the last 10 days, you take the reward of doing ibadah alf shahr, 1,000 months. One night equals 1,000 months ibadah. Wow. When you have this opportunity, how can you waste it? How can you waste it? No one who has some reasoning and some rational would waste this opportunity. So you have to mark your calendar, not just one mark, many marks. And you have to prepare yourself to do all the good deeds that you can think of in this particular day, or more general, to do that in the last 10 days, and you have the opportunity. Perhaps it may be the last opportunity for you. We may not live for the following year. Some people may, and many others may not. We don't know. So if you have the opportunity for the doors of paradise to be open for you, waiting for you, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala beautifies paradise in Ramadan to celebrate the coming of the people, the Muslims who are ready to go to it. Who does this? It's the Creator. It's Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. It's Rabbul Alamin, who beautifies paradise for the people who fast Ramadan and for the people who will have access on these days in the month of Ramadan. So don't miss this opportunity. Not only Laylatul Qadr, but also the last night of Ramadan is very essential. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala prepared a lot. This is in addition to Laylatul Qadr. So we have two things, two nights here. Laylatul Qadr, the night of Qadr, and the last night of Ramadan. Be sure that you catch them. Be sure that you spend them in the best way. That's why I said that to do this perfectly and properly and in a better way than you have done previous years, you have to plan. Plan ahead. If you are a good planner, do this. Start writing. What are you going to do in this coming Ramadan that's approaching, that's almost knocking our doors? So say to yourself that last year I did not do this. This year I'm going to do this and this and this, because this triggers more reward than this. Last year I was not aware of this and this and this, but now I am more aware. Last year I finished the Quran only twice, 2 times in the month of Ramadan, but now I will finish it 3 times, or I'll finish it every 3 nights if you can. And that's why some very Some of my friends take their vacations in Ramadan. Why? Because they know that they can gain more rewards in Ramadan. Some people would say that I would never miss 5 minutes in my work. I would perfect my work in this Ramadan more than ever other months. So this is a month of giving yourself some time to be coached, to be trained, so that you can improve in getting higher and higher and higher. وَفِي ذَلِكَ فَلْيَتَنَافَسِ الْمُتَنَافِسُونَ. This is the area, this is the field of competition. I know some people compete with each other in playing or in watching games. You can do that, but in times that are different than Ramadan. Because 1 minute, 1 day in Ramadan equals more days in others. So the shortcut to paradise is in a month of Ramadan. And the smart people wait for these opportunities. They seize the opportunity to catch it. Where is the good opportunity? This opportunity is better than this opportunity. So I will catch this, I will take it. Last Ramadan, I was not consistent in my adhkar, the remembrance of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And this time, try to make yourself a schedule, perfect schedule, very accurate schedule. So you compare it with the schedule that you have done last year, and you see that you are improving, alhamdulillah. And keep your records. Keep yourselves for the coming years, because you can build on that. And in this way, you improve and improve. And not only that, share these opportunities with other people, because you are giving them advice. If you succeed to guide 10 people in your family or outside your family, wherever they are, right? That's why the scholars are the ones who get more rewards than others, because they spread the correct knowledge among people, and many people implement this kind of knowledge in their life, and they get rewards. So they get rewards, and the people who taught them get rewards as well, without depriving them from their own rewards. So these are something, and I'm sure that all of us have different experiences. We can add them up, and the more you add, the more benefit. But prepare. Don't wait until the opportunity comes. Don't wait until Ramadan comes. Tell us that you are going to do this, and try to be as perfect as you can. And all of us just try to follow the traditions of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam. وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.